Hooray, yay. Is there a nug? Oh, that placement is totally wrong now. There we go. OBS do be acting all weird nowadays, and I really don't like it. And then, does my nug cam control still work? It does. Oh, look, I'm over here. Go to your spot, Stinky Fraggle. She's busy. She's gotta do things. Mostly lick me. Also, don't mind my my microphone cable. That is a total mess, but it is what it is. Over here. The baby. All right. Why is that unhidden? I'm so confused. Hide. Go away. There we go. My camera's auto white balance is super bad. We're just gonna do that. That looks better. Okay. I guess the first thing I want to check, you look right now. Okay, good. Although, you didn't save where I scooched you, which mildly annoys me, but I can live with it. There we go. All right. So, as you can tell, I have been playing in this world for a little bit. Actually, really not that long. I started the world, like, a week and a half ago. I couldn't find any good mod packs to play that were keeping my interest. So, also, I found out that full Gravitite and full Stratus armor gives you a crazy jump boost. Somehow I never knew this. So, that's fun. Fun things to learn. So yeah, this is my world. It's currently in two parts. There's my house, which is strange. You can see I've got the sandwich, the nut butter and jam sandwich set up ready to go, courtesy a la Luke. So yeah, the house is kind of small, but it works. It's fine. Speeby. I have this room. I'm probably going to move a lot of this stuff, actually. Storage with my cursed chests. Cursed chests, my beloved. I love these. I've got some planters with our various flowering Eidolon plants. I've got the world's smallest kitchen, made mostly out of mangrove because it matches the brick, with a little crucible in the corner. Again, probably all of my magic things are going to move to the place that I'm about to show you next. I'm currently processing through some ore because I finally unlocked alchemical reaction chambers like an hour before my first stream batch. So I need to bring more coal. Bedroom, teeny tiny, but it has the various armor sets in the bedside cabinets for now, and my netherite sword that I made foolishly when I should have upgraded my backpack, which I have since done. Look at him. Oh, cinematic zoom is still turned. Oh, right, yeah, because I didn't have... I switched over from WI zoom or Y zoom to zoom with a U, and I like it a lot better. It was in Mona Factory, and it made me fall in love. So this is it. Like, it ain't much, but it's dishonest work. Let's be real here. You guys know me. In this pack, if I can name something with a rainbow, I'm probably going to. Got extra backpacks for whenever I go, like, looting, but haven't had to do that lately, so I've just put them away for now. And I've got a dagger of sacrifice, and so let's show you the other part. This is my mine. So I've got my portals back to back. Don't mind the fact that they're not the same size. I'm probably going to remake the nether portal and make it the same size. I've got to do that at some point. Let's just do it now. What am I waiting for? I hear you. Shut up. Kind of want to make this not ugly. So what I may do... and go grab some blocks. Oh, one thing I couldn't show about this resource pack for the player animations that I really love. Flying, swimming, and crouching by using a trapdoor or a keybind all have different animations. Flying, I can't show because I don't have an elytra yet. But if I press Z to use Forgery's crawl feature, it has a separate animation for crawling that actually looks like crawling. Holy crap, right? What is this? A Metroid? No, this isn't a Metroid game. Metroid can't crawl. Okay, so I'm thinking... I forgot how pretty Blight Willow logs were. They're a good accent with fully oxidized copper. Which reminds me, I need to make recipes for that, to oxidize copper more quickly. Oh, I should have grabbed some. Let me do that real quick. We're going to do a couple of things. Don't worry, it's not all just decoration. Actually running low on stone, even though I use Silk Touch primarily. As usual, I've got my Silk Touch and my Fortune loadout. I also need to... once I get a jackhammer, it's go time. So I'm a huge fan of these polished wood planks. These are crucibled for now, and then once we unlock sandpaper crafting, we can just literally polish any plank. I don't know why that's not the default recipe. Well, I do know why, but it makes sense to me that that would be a default recipe. So, stonecutter. For andesite, always has some very pretty options. Sorry, I think I hear my dog causing problems. I'm going to keep this ear cup off so that I can try to figure out what she's doing. So let's do andesite pillars. Whoop. Here and here, as well as here and here. And we can use layered andesite here. Giving sort of a Grecian vibe, and I like it. Kind of fits with the Aether, I'm not gonna lie. And then I've got this carved stone, and I don't quite need this much. Yeah, that's a fun look. I like it. Let's light this portal. Let's grab 4 more of these. Did I bring deep slate? I kind of did. Not exactly, but close enough. I'm gonna make another deep slate brick. Should I do a stair or slab? Oh gosh. I can round out the stair, but I think a slab is gonna look better. Or does framed blocks have a cool, like a nub? It does. If no one else got me, I know my homie framed slab has got me. Framed slab edge, sorry. Now the question is, do I want to do that here too? Because it's not as unnecessary as it appears. Like, I can definitely make use of that as like a ledge. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. And then for the rest of this, do we want to see about doing maybe... I really have always liked the look of cut deep slate. Yeah, it's good enough. I mean, these are just portals. Like, they're not that important. All right. For now, I'll just toss this in here, but I will... Actually, you know what? No, I will leave that in my inventory, because this... I can just go put this away real quick. So I guess I should probably talk about the things that have changed now that Pack has updated. I haven't pushed the update. I'm still testing it. That's part of why I've been playing so much. It's because there's cool, exciting things that I've worked on. There's new mod updates with new content. And then go away. Okay, so let's see. What all has updated since the last version? Here, we can do something really nerdy real quick. All right, so if we do this, and if we cd harmonious Magineering / mods, we can go through it. So better compatibility checker got an update. Wait, what order did I type that in? Yeah, okay. Better compatibility got a different build number entirely, actually. That's odd. Delightful got an update. Explorify. Extreme Sound Muffler isn't in here, which is weird. Frame Blocks got an update. Immediately Fast. Inventory. Oh, yeah. So I got rid of inventory profiles, and we're now using, what's it called? Inventory Tweaks Refoxed. Jade add-ons, JEI add-ons, Kiwi Mechanism got updates. Quark and Regions Unexplored got updates. Create and all of its add-ons got updates. Storage Drawers got a big update. I'm actually happy. Storage Drawers has been out of date since the Nether update. It has been missing the vanilla drawers variants for the Nether Woods up until this most recent update. It has added in Crimson and Warped drawers, Mangrove drawers from 119, Cherry drawers from 120. And a whole bunch of new updates and things that I need to make textures for. Aether and everything about it got a lot of really cool updates, actually. Amendments got a few updates. Let's see. AE2 got several pretty big updates. Nothing else super exciting. I added Darceno's minecarts. It's really just a data pack disguised as a mod, but it makes minecarts go faster, which you're probably about to see. Eating Animation and Eccentric Tome got an update. Eidolon got an update. Every Compact got an update that broke the tags for Aether planks, making it so that I couldn't craft any of the Aether-specific tools because it was giving all Aether planks the Minecraft :planks tag, and it took me forever to figure out that that was the mod that was doing it. What else? Whoops. Control L, please fix that. Okay, guess not. I added entity texture and model features for reasons we talked about happened as well. Not recipe changes, some other tweaks. So like if there's a thing that I don't know how to use, it doesn't obfuscate the name anymore, and it just changes the title because it looks better. Looks better that way. And then you can now favorite specific recipes rather than saying, hey, I just want to favorite this item. And you can just favorite that item. But let's say I wanted to favorite framed slab, but specifically the framing saw recipe. You can see now there's the normal one, but if I click on this one, it's going to show me only the one that matches these criteria. And if I bookmark recipes, then when I'm looking at, like, let's say the recipe for framed slab edge, now this recipe, if there are multiple crafting recipes for it, which there are not, the recipes that you bookmark will show up at the top if you configure it to do that. So anyways, let's go see the build that I've been working on. The outside is done. The inside will always need stuff. Here's the fast minecarts, by the way. We have to travel quite a ways from here to here. Can you tell I space my torches evenly? This is one of the things I really like about zoom, by the way, is you can zoom out in F5 mode. So here it is. It's not my best work, but it is work. So we've got centrite, deep slate, andesite, and stone. And then that's smooth stone brick from Eidolon. This used to be an entirely different structure. This used to be one of those castles. But it has, at the very roof of the castle, it has 12 skeleton spawners. 12. All very close to each other. Here, I will go into spectator mode to show you. So this is the interior so far. Not very intriguing. And then this is the farm. Bone blocks so that I prevent skeletons from these spawners falling onto here. The roof is made out of slabs, lower half slabs, so that nothing spawns up there. So it is, when I stand up here on this ledge, hence the ladder, it is insanely efficient. And then, if you know, BloodMagic really likes to... When BloodMagic gives you blood from the Dagger of Sacrifice, it gives it based on the amount of health the entity has. So if I let them fall all the way down to the first floor without padding their fall, or at some point resetting their fall distance, then I would get next to no essence for each one of these skeletons. Instead, between floors, because I made the ceiling and the ceiling of one floor and the floor of the next floor 2 different blocks rather than sharing blocks. It's one of the building things that I've been trying to do more of. In fact, you can kind of see it right there. That's the ceiling of the next floor down. That's the floor here. In between there, I've got water here, and in that little gap, a fence gate that's open. In fact, I make great use of fence gates that are open in a lot of this build, because I like them better than signs, because some signs have hitboxes. Specifically, Eidolon's blocks are weird. I've noticed that the Eidolon fence gate will break when water hits it from above, and the signs have a hitbox when placed against a wall. I don't know why. So, to combat that, I'm using vanilla fence gates in a lot of places. So, it's only been a little bit. Here you can see the water, and then below that there is an open fence gate. And so by the time they make it down here, they end up with only 1 small tick of damage, if any, depending on how much armor they had. And they're still coming down. So this is how I'm performing my great sacrifices. And I need you back. What am I even going for? Why am I even doing this right now? I need to remember. I need to do this, actually. I need to ensnare things. I didn't bring any string. Oh, don't hate me. Hang on. So I need the antechamber. Okay, well, these guys are here, so let me at least fill up my my essence. I'm not using it for anything, but... Then again, I could just do this. I also have 2 Rings of Wisdom for extra XP. $27 levels. And then I'm just going to make that all go away because I've got a Tome of Peritia, which already has 78 levels. And because we have a bow infinity fix that comes built in as forgery, I've not been keeping any arrows because infinity is very easy to get with the crafting. So if I want, let's see, BloodMagic. If I want one of these guys, I just want to plan ahead. So I need you, which I can make at the house. I need you. I just want to get everything ready. I'm just going to do this so that I can, if you press shift on these, you can just see the recipes quickly, like EMI. I tried EMI, and because I really like EMI personally. It added about 45 seconds to a minute to loading an existing world, and then added a good 30 to 40 second lag spike when opening the inventory because there's so many changes to recipes, and more importantly, the biggest one, JEI hiding items, especially AE2's facades that are automatically hidden by AE2, causes big lag in EMI. So, regretfully, I had to uninstall it. However, JEI has added this really fun, like, if you press something down, it has, like, this nice indent. So I've implemented the textures for those using my button textures because I really like my buttons. Anyways, off we go back to the house. You can see after coming back and forth, I was like, I need to come up with a better system for moving, and minecarts should not be so punishing since waystones are punishing. We're at the fun part of BloodMagic, though. What are spikes for? Whatever. I guess we'll find out. Also, something that I find really funny and really cursed. I don't know why I hate this so much. It's like an ostrich egg, basically. Alright, so I need string. I need... Hellfire Forge is going to be you. 11. I need 4 stone. Is that specifically granite? No, just a stone. Here, you can be diorite, because diorite's the ugly one. Hellfire Forge. We need string. Why did I grab just the one string? I know better than that. So that is that part done. Now you are going to suck. I've got Enchanted Ash. I guess we'll just try to go for 1, right? But this is going to be 4. So let's try to at least make, because I know you tend to need 2. Let's do 2. Already got 2 arcane gold. Iron sword, easy peasy. Trying to get through these random extra foods that I have before I will unblacklist the nut butter and jam sandwiches. They've been renamed, by the way. They are no longer nut butter and jelly. It's considered a jam, which isn't wrong. But I have a good supply of them. In fact, I'm gonna run out of bread soon. Well, I say, actually, now that I think about that, I don't think I will. And I haven't even done any farming. There goes Restream losing connection with Twitch again. All right, so I really love the ability to just see this without having to, without having to click the recipe every time. Forgot that that was specifically charcoal. I'm too lazy to make charcoal, but I've silk touched a bunch of campfires. Is the stream actually cutting out on platforms, or is that just Restream not, like, is my, I didn't update OBS because updating OBS and my add-ons tends to cause problems. So I specifically avoided the issue by avoiding the update, I thought, but maybe it's just misrepresenting the actual status because it didn't get updated. So I'm curious, is stream actually cutting out for y'all, or is it just on my end? All right, I keep my zombie hearts in here. Easy enough. And then a water bucket. So step 1 is these two. So much easier to do this now. All right, Essence of Death can go in here for now. Enchanted Ash, sword. I think that's everything. All right. Right, almost there. So, let's get some skeletons queued up. Just have a nice crawl. How's it going? Do you have any games on your phone? Do you? Have you done the Wordle today? I'm sure that's probably enough. Also, I made this a glass slab so that I could easily see what was going on inside. Whoops. This should make us 9. And that'll bring us up to 16. Oh, 15. Sorry, I mismathed. Okay. Yeah, do something about it. Really, that only worked the one time. Didn't work when I hit their feet. Okay. Well. What's it take to do this one? Minimum will 0, drained will 0. Minimum 1, drained 1. Okay. And now I can do this. And now I can do this. Make another Tartaric gem. Thanks, past me, for the soul snares. I think we're good. That's right, you pick these up to consume the will. I forgot. I had to remember. It's right-click to transfer from one to the other. All right. Chicken butt. Am I close? Was it chicken butt related? Automod got you? Yeah, it does that sometimes. What were you gonna say? Dang me with an M. Yeah, got it. All right. Was that actually what you were gonna say? I do need Tau Fruit, and I need to do the antechamber. I can check on Twitch. I don't like doing things on Twitch. Yeah. I do miss playing games with you. It actually is not showing me on Twitch, by the way. I don't know why. That's fine. I didn't want to know anyway. Is that all you said? Was I right? Was it chicken butt? Wait. Okay, let me see. Did my quest clarify this at all? You find chapter describing a ritual that allows you to enter some type of unending dungeon. Antechamber, blah, 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 blah. Great risk of your well-being. Yeah, I'm not worried about my well-being. My well-being has been at risk for a while now. You know, being old and such. Yeah, no, it is the edge of the hidden realm. Whack. I did not remember this being like this. Okay. Well, we'll bookmark this. We'll bookmark this. Weak activation crystal, easy peasy. I don't think that's the actual recipe, is it? No, it is. Bum, bum. Beep, beep. I clearly have the memory of a goldfish, possibly even an inebriated goldfish, if you would do me the honor. I don't think I have chirp yet. Right, off we go. So, let's see. Lava crystal. See if I can get this right. There we go. You can see my feet sticking out. The way this works is actually really cursed. The way that the Fast Minecarts mod works. It's not even doing mod things. It's just a data pack. And the data pack is... So it's not cursed, because it works great. But it's literally just... There's an MC function that does scoreboard stuff. And basically stores I can't remember what I found that made it funny. It does a lot of teleporting though, which is funny. But yeah, no, it's entirely vanilla compatible, which is cool. Actually, I think I need that. Oh, I did update the quests. That is one thing I did that I'm happy about doing. Deity or Demon now better composes both paths and tells you basically what to do. I also did something really cool that I'm really proud of. I learned that you can make custom cartographer's quills. So if I needed to find... I haven't made a catacomb yet, so we'll do this. We'll buy... This is a repeatable quest. We'll buy a catacomb finder. Entity... Oh, it just was a inventory sub 4. Will give me the 4th thing in my hotbar. You'll see this is a cartographer's quill with a target structure, which I didn't know this was a thing. And so once I saw that, I was like, oh, now I need to figure this out. This is cool. Target structure, Eidolon catacomb. And so you can give it any structure. So I've made these for each one of the Aether dungeons. The Stray Tower, because that's an easy way to get witches and clerics. And then the catacombs. Yeah, screw it. What's a side quest? Let me just put things away real quick, though. Do I already have Chirp? I hope I don't. I do not. As you can see, I've gotten quite a few music discs already. The rest of that can go in there. So I need to go... Alright, come on, Speeberts. Oh, it's like right around the corner. I don't even need my horse. Oh, did I? I did the thing. I didn't mean to do that thing. I can still jump out of here, can't I? Yeah, I can. God, that jump distance is crazy. But I have ladders. Oh yeah, Luke, did you ever get your laptop situation resolved? I meant to ask at Christmas. No. Saving. Like a desktop? Where's your GoFundMe campaign? Yeah, no, MacBooks are pretty solid for school just because of the long battery life. I do have like 3 old MacBooks that I collect because I have nostalgia for old Apple tech, because as a kid growing up, Apple stuff was too expensive. In fact, anything new was too expensive. So a lot of the stuff that I did ever get was usually old by the time I got it, but was still very cool to me because I had gone my entire childhood without using an Apple anything. I was always on a, 7+ year-old desktop or whatever, if ever. Where's my catacomb I was promised? I have noticed that the cartographer's quills, while not inaccurate, sometimes do not yield a result, and so you just end up with a map that points, or that doesn't have a marker on it. I don't know how to work around that. Yeah, MacBooks are very hit or miss. Some things work great, some things don't work, some things only work on a MacBook. It just depends, and it's stupid kind of regardless. The most recent MacBook I currently own I'm realizing now, I don't think I've ever shown off the old Mac corner. By corner, I mean it's literally, here, I'm gonna pop you out for a minute. You're coming with me. I have a couple of old Macs. I have a G4 that my wife, hey Jake, got a G4 that my wife got me years and years ago from one of her neighbors that is in mint condition and came with all of the receipts and everything. And this G5 I got this time last year for 40 bucks and I fixed it up. And then in there I've got a bunch of old MacBooks and stuff. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the journey. I'm a man with at least 3 interests. Where's this dang catacomb? Oh no, he got me. Anyways. Yeah, I do think the upper limit is 5,000. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I hear a sound that I don't recognize, and I'm wondering if that is a giant skeleton sound. Okay. Because, yeah, I'm a little bit off from the pointer. I think the pointer is like 3 blocks diagonal. I know one of those is the, okay, we're up to the mine shaft again. One of those is the Eidolon guy. The dude. Thingy. Ayo. Thank you so very much for the follow. Other Lukachai. Luka Chukai? I am so confused. Get lost. At least 9% cuter in their new texture. Or their new model. I have no idea where this dang catacomb is. Maybe I missed it on my way up. Also, if anyone has any thoughts on the choice of marker... Oh, that bat just very died. I chose the red triangle, so I can choose other things. Just let me know if you have thoughts, I guess, is really my biggest concern. Also, yeah, I've heard of Space Station 14 because you constantly are playing it. I bought myself a Steam Deck for Christmas, and so I see you on all the time whenever I'm playing randomizers. So I've heard. If I were a catacombs, where the hell would I be? I mean, probably underground and full of dead things, but... I got really excited for a second. It was just coincidental rhyolite. Not that rhyolite is a bad texture. Ew. Alright. That should do it. Yeah, definitely. I just want to make sure that the... Okay. Okay, the map isn't wrong. I wanted to make sure, because the map was a thing that I'm playing with. It is within range, just not exactly. Ah, yes. Good old nuclear... anything. Let me walk you through this process real quick. So baby's first steal is going to require... wait, where is it? Nuggets, which requires the PNC, which requires pneumatic craft, which requires compressed iron, which comes from... I've got to remember. There's a recipe for it. Isn't there? Yes, which comes from this. What happened to the ingot recipe? Did I get rid of the ingot recipe because it was just nonsensical? Which comes from create. So I'm keeping it going until I get to no longer you're lacking that knowledge because you're a big idiot. So andesite alloy I can craft. I can have andesite alloy, but I can't craft it yet. You can only mix it or stamp it. So then I need to understand stamping, which means I need to understand Caminite, and I also need to understand the rest of Embers. Sure, I'll take Jasper. Why not? How is the cat? I don't even need the catacomb. I'm just curious at this point. I spent 10 levels on this dang map. Mechanism does have satisfying automation, but in immersive engineering is one of my favorites in some ways because it feels like, oh, well, hello there. It gives you the gratification that I've heard you're supposedly gonna get when you build big, complex multi-blocks in GregTech without having to deal with any of GregTech. It's just complicated enough to still be fun. Not to say the GregTech isn't fun, it's just immediately gratifying in most mod packs to do things in immersive. Why am I even doing this? I don't need this. Is egg tech just like one of those microwave egg poaching kitchen gadgets? I've been told to play Satisfactory by at least a dozen people. I've seen it, and nothing about the art style really calls to me, and my kind of autism is the flavor of it's gotta call to me in at least 3 different ways, and one of them has to be graphical. Why am I doing this? I can just space jump. Well, it wasn't here. Is it up? Uppies? Don't mind me as I just smash my skull into the side of the frickin' world. You know what? I have better things to do with my life. Get lost. I can't. Yeah, Isaac got me into Factorio. Well, so I have a sweet story regarding Factorio, which is weird because Factorio and Sweet and Touching is usually, they usually aren't the same in the same realm of conversation. Isaac and Marks, about a decade ago now, were playing Factorio. And I, at the time, could not afford it. I was, I think I don't remember what it was. I can't remember if it, I don't remember why I couldn't afford it, because at the time I was working a job that was paying $13 or $13 an hour. So I was making some bank. I don't remember if it was because I was saving or something, which sounds normal to most people, but I'm terrible at saving, or especially back then. In that time, every week's $450 paycheck would immediately get spent on something stupid, usually at Best Buy. So I don't know what I was doing with my money that caused me to not have enough. But the sweet part of this, the touching part, is my mom, who has never been interested in games really, except for like Galaga, like from way back when, who has never really cared for my gaming interests or hobbies that much. Like, she wasn't unsupportive, she just wasn't ever like, what are you playing? Oh, tell me more about the mechanism. So that sounds like never involved, never really cared. Made a Steam account to gift me Factorio, which was super sweet. Again, I don't remember why I was broke, but there was probably a good reason. Maybe that was when I was still... No, hang on, because that was at the house on Old Nashville that she no longer lives at. So by then, I was already working at the FSL, where I definitely was making $13 an hour. I don't remember what it would have been. So I thought anytime I see Factorio, I feel bad because I couldn't get into it because of the graphic style and the gameplay. The core gameplay loop doesn't really speak to me. I don't. The concept of Feed the Beast, the actual concept of just a perpetual loop of constantly trying to feed a never-ending hungry supply or a never-ending hungry gameplay loop that constantly wants something from you, has never really been interesting to me. I do like the concept of like games where you get to a point where something that was really hard and annoying at some point to do is now a lot easier, or something that was entirely impossible is now easier. Part of my core game design interests, especially in modding Minecraft to make mod packs, I really like the idea of bringing some of the Metroidvania, you've hit a bit of a wall kind of concept, and then, oh, you get the item and suddenly click, you know what to do now. And so that's part of my thing, where it's like, oh, I can't make this thing, I'm just going to keep progressing down the quest line that it tells me to follow. Oh, now that I'm here on the quest line it's telling me to follow, I've gotten to the point where that thing I really wanted to make makes sense on how to make it now. I don't know, gameplay loops are very interesting to me. All right, let's run down here and grab some lava. But art style is the other half of it. I will straight up not install a mod if it has terrible textures. And I know that sounds terrible because I'm not the best at textures. I'm getting better over the years, and I'm constantly trying to practice, and I'm learning new methods and new skills to enhance that all the time. But it is one of those things that I will... Somehow, I never noticed how dark this was. Which it gives spooky. Exactly. I think my thing is I really like the direction that Mojang's art has gone in with Jappa's new textures that started in 1.14, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna grab these because I also want to make a reagent, which is gonna take 1, so that I can just make the sigil for lava. But I like mods that stick with that core asset. or that core art style. And I will specifically avoid mods that use 32 by 32 textures or anything higher than 16 by 16 unless they are doing it so I have a one exception. You can make a 32 by 32 sprite where each pixel or each pixel on your sprite is actually a 2 by 2 so that it functionally is still 16 by 16. It just takes up more space. And you use that extra pixel space, that extra pixel density that you've now unlocked to do like some really granular detail. Like if you're doing a multimeter or like text or whatever, and it's hard to read the text, I'm okay with that. That's fine. But a great example of this, of like I will on very rare occasions like a mod enough that I will go out of my way to make textures for it. Advanced generators, I mean, no offense. I think this is Bidu's mod, right? Yeah, Bidu, I mean, no offense, you make great mods. These are terrible textures. This is bad. You shouldn't feel bad because the mod is really pulling off something very cool. This is hideous. But hide it behind a wall, or get good. I made a resource pack to make advanced generators 16 by 16 and make them good. Hide it in dimensional space isn't a bad idea. And I've actually seen mod packs that use my resource pack because they like it much better than the default. And I would have to agree. Not to plug my own content because I'm not like that. The multi-blockedness is what's particularly challenging. Yeah. Are you thinking of compact machines? Or the TARDIS mod? Let's see. This was my Harmonious Engineering 3 world. I don't want to load up this pack because it's going to take forever to do that. Here. Oh. Wherever I just was, I wish I could go back to. Anyways, the actual connecting textures for this was non-trivial. And after enough testing, I managed to get it to a point that actually looked good. The UI still never quite got there. But like, you can see that is a not hideous machine anymore. And then I think by here, I had made another handful of machines. The heat exchanger doesn't look super great, but those textures are actually designed to not tile. And then like all the controllers looked the same. So I don't know. If I really like a mod well enough, I will retexture it myself. I'll go out of my way to do that. It's another mod I did that for. There was another mod I did that for. It was Silent Machine or Silent Machines? Silence Mechanisms, right? I don't remember anymore. I did make a whole new set of sprites for Silence at some point. Because I did not like how they looked either. Yeah, that's fair. Fair and valid, I will say. But yeah, so I don't know. I have opinions. I have thoughts on textures. I also like, again, keeping with the vanilla style a little more closely. So, I don't know. Aesthetics matter to me. It's just, again, the flavor of autism. So... Hey, I can use other obsidian variants. That's great, because I have way too much crying obsidian. I need 2 glass and a diamond. Fine with me. Actually, if this works, it does work. By the way, this is what I mean when I say that bookmarking will put it at the top of your list. It's really wonderful. It's time for the hourly spinal realignment. Yeah, the new JEI tweaks have been great. So let's see. Crafting this is actually just a normal crafting recipe. And then let me favorite that recipe as well. That recipe is, yeah, any of them, and then no, coal, not obsidian. Really thought that was coal. Block of coal. I want to keep that as a stack, so I'll just do this. Redstone and cobble. I have a lot of cobble deep slate, so. And then you in a blank slate. I've got my alchemy array stuff with me already. I've got so many blank slates. Okay. And then you will go into here to make you. I'm already tier 3. My altar has 18,000 LP storage, I think. And then the antechamber requires, yeah, this is where things get a little hairy. I need a ritual. I don't need a ritual diviner, but I'm too lazy, so I want a ritual diviner. So let's see. I miss EMI. I miss being able to do crafting trees. And sure, there's just enough calculations, but it's not the same. Gas tier and lapis block. Makes it really easy to remember exactly what I need. Do I have a... Yeah, I do. It's in here. I was going to say, I remembered having an extra blaze powder. Just had to remember where it got to, what it was for. Right click to trash item. I get that with every other item. I knew that this was a thing. It's specifically the lot, like they're both the same temperature. That doesn't work that way. I got plenty of gas tiers while I was in the Nether previously to this stream. Because again, this is my personal world, so I just kind of play whenever I play, and I stream whenever I stream. I got no rules for this. I just do what I feel like doing nowadays. Makes doing this a lot more fun. But my wife's at work late tonight, so I figured it'd be fun to use the alone time to stream a pack that I really enjoy. Speed. Except I just realized I'm an idiot. Forgot literally the rest of everything for the ritual diviner. I jumped the gun. Oh well. I didn't expect to be put there. Ritual diviner is just now another stick and 4 diamonds. And then from there, I'm going to need a bunch of rune. Let's see, so that's 26, 36, right? So 10, 26, 30. It says right there, I'm such an idiot. And then these are used to make the other one, right? No? Yes. I guess it is just these. Okay, that's fine. I have plenty. Okay, now we should be good. See ya. I won't lie, I find this particularly mesmerizing. This doesn't even feel like the same game anymore. It's fun. All right, I need, what, 4,000 LP? 14,000 LP. Honestly, it's just 30 seconds at the spawner. It does not take long to do these. I'm glad I ended up using the 12 mob spawner setup. It is very satisfying to watch and very rewarding. And because of how far away the skeletons fall, it just keeps spawning them. And the default, what is it? Mob? No, hang on. Entity, no? Cramming. What is the entity cramming thing? Mob max entity cramming. The default is 256 in this pack. Because the vanilla default is like super small. Oops. Oh, good. The play pause thing still works for the overlay. All right, time to perform at least a small sacrifice. Oh, right. I should also do this real quick since I put the cobblestone away. Are you kidding me? What cobblestone shortage? And then, hang on, didn't I grab one of you? I guess I didn't. Grab you. Grab you. Get rid of this crap. Lava sigil now bound to me. Oh, I didn't. I forgot to give that a keybind. Put the divination sigil all the way at the end. We've got water. We've got lava. Do not eat. Probably not. Ritual diviner. Edge of the hidden realm. Right, and then I need 4 of these for the... That's where I messed up. It's the... Ritual stone. So why does it say runes? They're not runes. It's the stone that I need. Why does the book say rune? Total runes. No. Not runes. Ritual stones. And I couldn't remember what the word was, and so since the thing kept saying runes, I was like, oh yeah, runes. Not runes. Alright. That sucks. Okay, well that's fine though, because I've got plenty of carved stone. Carved stone, if you'll remember, is what makes blank slate. And now carved stone actually has recipes. And you can always torture a man. After I torture you, that is. Gotta keep my priorities in line, you know? I don't need this bucket of lava anymore. But I will always take an infinite spring, because I almost always have this with me now, but just in case. Well, blank runes are not unuseful. I'm gonna need them as this expands. Just mildly annoyed. So then, don't need any of this anymore. We got that, we got that, we got that. Don't really care about that at the moment. I need ritual stones, and then I need master ritual stones. The obsidian and the master blood orb isn't a problem. Well, magicians, but still. I forget to save these by recipe. I'm still used to the old bookmark button. Actually, that begs the question. Is there... Add remove bookmark is the only thing, except for that. Okay. Fine. Who's out there? Is it a firefly? It is. Please die. Glow goop is great. Otherwise, I'd let you live, but glow goop is too good. Also, I had to light the heck out of the outside up, just to make sure that skeletons wouldn't spawn outside of their cage, basically. You can see where I used to get some of my copper. Anyways, so this is gonna suck, but we're gonna need, again, I really wish that I had EMI, but do not work. So, oh, reinforced is just tier 2. I thought it was tier 3 for some reason. So we need 36 And then +1, so we're gonna need 40 reinforced slate. Right? No, hang on. I always do this wrong. I'm going to need... No, yeah, it's 1 reinforced slate per 1 block. So then if I need 36 for the ritual and then a master ritual stone, so 40. Reinforced slate. All right, time to get to it, I guess. You know, I may actually AFK and go get a quick little snack while this does its thing, because we're gonna run out of essence sooner than later. So I'm gonna AFK real quick and step away for just a sec. I fear ever so slightly that I was gone for too long. Just considering the skeleton TPS. Woof. Might have been gone too long. Anyways, you know, I'm gonna do something real quick. I don't want to accidentally craft imbued slates, so I'm actually gonna reduce my guy here down to the tier 2. Altar. Ironically, the TPS is making it so it takes longer for these to craft. Well, these skeletons don't spawn while I'm down here, which makes me feel pretty good. I would have put this further up so that they would keep spawning, except this is going to get big. So... Hello, Stinky. She will just sit here and harass me if I don't tell her to go lay down. See, she stalled. She's a menace. What can I say? Lay down, baby. I just had a realization. A shower thought, if you will, even though I'm not in the shower, I think. Wait, hang on. I may be about to reduntify myself. One moment. Technically, it's life essence. Bucket of life. Okay. Well, they're undead, so I still have qualms. I was gonna say, how are we getting blood out of meatless critters? But somehow we're getting life out of the undead instead. Which I guess we could claim is the life that's making them undead, rather than just dead? I don't know. Too much thinking for a Saturday. Now we're back up to 20 TPS, so this is going to be the correct speed. Speaking of speed, can I upgrade my runes at all to make this even faster? I most certainly can. And I most certainly shall. Wait, no, I don't know that I want to do that. Hang on. Because these are already all speed. This tier 2 is, yeah, okay. Hang on. Never mind. I do want to do that, just not right now, as I'm specifically trying to craft a thing. Once we get access to pretty pipes, which is a ways away, but not too terribly far, it'll be nice to be able to automate this process if we ever need it done again. It'd be nice if skeletons would stop dropping their bows. I need a backpack that just picks stuff up, and if it's a picks up bows and voids them. Both the archery kind and the headphone kind. If you find any Bose headphones, just throw them away. What is this per craft? 3,000, right? Yeah. Okay. $16 more. We're getting there, but I think we're going to run out of skeletons. But as you've seen, it does not take long to refill them. Yeah, we're definitely not going to have enough for 10 more. Alright, well, go spend 30 seconds up in the roof. Pretty Pipes is another mod. I really like Pretty Pipes. I really hate its textures. So I ended up making all of these textures. I probably should publish them, because I do think they look good, and I do think people will like them. Almost there. We are at level 87. Still at level 87. Fair enough. All right. So now that I've got enough of these, I've got to go back to base. But I can do some upgrades while I'm here. And that should help going forward. All right. Zoom in. It's really fun to watch on the mini map. Okay. Right, I never did place in that rune. Whatever. We can do it when we get back. The ritual stone needs to be bound to me. Then I need to make a bunch of those. That's going to be 40 obsidian. And then 4 more. Oh, that's not my... Left it at the other place. Okay, well that's fine. That's where we were going to build this anyway. Because it ends up becoming really small. I've got 4 more obsidian. Got everything I need for that, except for I left my master blood orb back at the house. Or the tower. Recycling these, I need the sanguine reverter at some point, but I know that that's... Oh, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Never mind. And that lets me tear down a lot of things, which we're going to need for blood shards from the Tau. Okay. Yoink. And yoink. All right, so let me make sure I am looking at the right edge of the hidden realm. My ritual diviner should be tuned to edge of the hidden realm. I don't remember how big this is. I think it's big, but I don't remember. So I might build it outside. Do I need more? 7,000 is not a lot. I think I need, yeah, 80,000. All right. At least with all the extra speed runes, it should be pretty quick. Nice. Yeah, and this uses dusk runes, which we can't make yet. Okay, so I'm doing the right one. It's been months since I've done blood magic. Yes, good old not yet implemented. Bonk. Magician's Blood Orb. Let's put this in my offhand. Really should decorate this with more of those half slabs, half slabs, quarter slabs. Or as Framed Blocks calls them, half slab edge. I don't know if my LP system can hold 80,000, but I think it has to. Because, Tears and Getting Started. Better Armor, Dungeoneering, Tier 3. Yeah, Edge of the Hidden Realm. Oh, yeah, Magician Blood Orb is 150k. We're good. Another AFK session. We're getting there. I'm glad this spawner is so quick. So have y'all seen the Curvy Pipes mod that's been all over Reddit and is super haunted? I regularly browse, like at least once a day, I will go browse the Modrinth page for mods. For 1.20.1 mods specifically. And so it gets updated, and so I see it like once a day, and I freaking hate it. I do not like it. Yay, a backup has started. The book said I could hold up to 150, right? Yeah, so I'm just gonna kill all these guys. I don't have to stop at any point because it's gonna be wasteful. Although now we can activate this. Ka-chow. Oh yeah, my resource pack also changes the sound of thunder. Oh yeah, and then I added, it's not showing up, or it didn't show up in my diff list that I was showing earlier, but I added particle rain, or particle weather. And look at how good it looks. It looks so good. I don't know, I really like it. I'm a fan. Sorry, I had to check something real quick. I specifically want to kill this guy for his loot. Full diamond armor usually means good loot. From the backpack it's wearing. Okay, mid. But it's a diamond backpack, so... Considering the cost of a diamond backpack is usually a diamond block, kind of hard to complain. Speaking of which, I'm going to take everything in here. Bone blocks are so nice. I'm going to take everything in here, put them into this backpack. All right. Let's do it. Actually, before I do it... How much string do I have? Did I bring any string? No, I put it back this time. It's whatever. I've got a good bit of extra hearts, and I'm going to bring this with me. And we can allow auto-feeding of those now. The antechamber. I wonder, actually, can I do emoji here? I am just genuinely curious. Oh, I so totally can. Good to know. Anyways. Chat, do y'all want to be involved with this? North, south, east, or west? The hope is that I won't have to make more of these by scratch. I'm gonna go with west if no one replies in the next 10 seconds. West it is. All right, we have Tau fruit. Even more Tau fruit. This is a new room. I've never seen this room before. Fire protection. Invisibility. Alkahests for fortune dexterity. What does this do? I don't know. I already did this. That, at least. See, but I do remember these are sometimes tricky. Also, what does my quest book say? There's something... Perhaps this new dungeon. Be warned, the antechamber at the Great Whisk of unending dungeon. This realm fall through into the void, yeah. So my question is, I seem to recall these guys, these structures can be really tricky. Not only because of bosses, or hard mobs, I should say, but also because sometimes they have like another room and it's just hidden away. So you have to literally go dig for it. Found our wither skeleton spawner. Probably shouldn't have destroyed it, but I don't really mind. Don't need a painting. Paintings are cheap. I'm mostly just going to check these that look like they've been barred off. Alright. Well, this was a bust. This is what I mean by sometimes they are really tough. It's over there. I need to get over there somehow. There's the void just peeking through. I don't need this right now, and it's just getting annoying. No keys yet, and I'm out of keys. Anything good in here? No keys. Towel oil is good, though, I guess. Well, that's why we don't mess around too much. The quest does warn you, and the graves do a good job of keeping up with your body. Though I am wondering where the spawners were. Whatever. Quite the bummer, but... Now, I did at least get the Tau fruit that I need, which means I've got the Tau oil that I need for either advanced cutting fluid, which is... No, not advanced. Intermediate cutting fluid, which is very doable now. I don't know what the alkahests do. I know that there's probably a chapter on it, but reading is hard. The reinforced resonator is what we need next. I think? Or is it... No, it's not the reinforced resonator. It is... You... Gotta remember, there's a flow. It's whatever. I'm gonna go make more keys, I guess. I assume there's nothing in here. Just the hollowness of the void, I suppose. Make another gem, by the way, because in order to upgrade this one to the next one, we need one. So it's like, okay, great. Demonite is what I'm looking for at the moment, I believe. But I can get saturated. I need saturated tau as well. And then saturated tau gets me... Tier 4. So that's really where we're going. Hang on. For these, you'll need tau fruit. Tau fruit has an alternative. Hey, Pip Pip, how goes it? The plant matures while a mob is standing atop it. It will leech from the entity. Okay. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Okay, so we need that, but we also need this. So. So, and then keys as well, right? Key. I don't know why I didn't save that recipe. Well, glad that it goes. Supposing that that is at least vaguely a good thing. Then I need you, and you. Back we go. Nice. Sorry, I tabbed out and forgot that my game wasn't in borderless full screen, so you can't see that I am going, that I'm zooming. All right, so another one of these, please. Should have put this away. Whoops. And then, does tau just grow on grass or on tilled earth? It does. Okay. Right. Feather falling 5 is going to prevent me from actually being able to do that. I am going to go steal a piece of this. we're just gonna see how this goes. I'm just trying it for the fun of it. I know that there are better ways to probably do this, but I don't care. We'll limit it to a few skeletons. I don't need a whole bunch. Oh, right. They trampled it because I'm an idiot. Hang on. I can do this. Mayhaps I cannot do something about this. Oh, I'll do this for now. Actually, I can use the essence. Does make me wonder, though. So in this version of Minecraft, skeletons sink in the water. And then saturated tau, arc furnace, or not arc furnace, arc bloodstone, tier 4. Yeah, no, fair enough. It's also like kind of an obscure change that didn't really go in a changelog and doesn't affect most things. It may have gone in a changelog, but I think it was just one of those things they mentioned in a snapshot and didn't mention otherwise. So, bones. Somewhere? Bones? Bones. Can I bone meal you? I can. That's beautiful. You are... I'm trying to be lazy about this. Again, I have other ways of doing this. I'm just trying to be lazy about it. That was a satisfying sound. Okay, so yeah, that definitely does not work, which I expected. What if I whittle it down to just like a skeleton? Or at least way less than this. The one in the armor will at least live. That way I can still reach, because the problem is the entity collision is making it so that I cannot reach the farmland to plant the Tau. But that should be fine. There we go. Just gotta drip feed them in, I guess. Don't know how I'm gonna do that. Anyways, let's put everything back how it was, because that is not a good permanent solution. Put these in here, because I keep forgetting to do this. It's just been sitting there on standby. And then I can start working on Dagger of Sacrifice stuff. Because, yeah, I only really need maybe 2 for now. And the Greater Dungeon will give you way harder mobs, but will give you Saturated Tau in the chest, which is how I usually get it. I actually forgot that this was a way to get Tau. So, Saturated Tau. I so seldom use that method. I was thinking about that, but this spawner, so this is actually 12 spawners. If I go into Spectator, I lucked out and found a structure that has 12 skeleton spawners. 8 up there, 4 down here. And so, unfortunately, I don't think there's a way I can get a few enough number of skeletons that wouldn't eventually jam up anyway. There is, however, if I switch back over into survival mode, there is a structure over here which I've mostly beheaded that has, in the very center there, you can kind of see it. That is a zombie spawner. So I could use that because it's not that far. And reap the benefits of the zombie spawner being a lot slower. And heck, I could even fill it in so it can only spit 1 zombie out at a time. But I really should only need... I won't even really need that many Saturated Tau to merit too much of a build. And then with hostile mobs, you have the hassle that they will jump sometimes for not really a good reason, whereas most passive mobs won't. So that's got me thinking a little bit too. It is a good idea, though. I don't want to discredit that. Is that imbued? Sheet. Okay. Well, the speed runes are definitely doing quite the service. What is passively draining my altar? Oh, right. No, they just passively drain. Never mind. I'm stupid. I forgot about that. I was thinking, what is draining my LP network? Because I was expecting... Normally, I keep a blood orb in there, but I forgot that that was not in there. I'm dumb. Look, I didn't sleep much last night. That doesn't make up for the fact that I am just dumb sometimes. All right. I'm just going to make 4 keys. I know I was going to make a bunch more. I really don't think we need to make that many more. What am I missing here? What's the minute? 300. So we're not doing any of that. Never mind. Guess what? Not chicken butt? I'm still going to stick with chicken butt because I don't trust you. I have a hunch that you do still expect or plan to say chicken butt. So the next upgrade for the Tartaric Gem sucks. The one after that also not that bad, though. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. There are mods that certainly get... Okay, this is the recipe that was confusing me, because I was like... I've seen this recipe before. You can see why I was confused. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of utility in BloodMagic, which is why I think it's a fun mod to have around, but... So right now, I need to do some will farming. I also really need to enchant this sword. Any goals that I want to reach by the end of the stream? No. No, it would probably be good to have goals, but no, I've already done a lot compared to what I was planning on. All right, that'll be plenty to get us through. I have some stuff that I really need to put away. Let's see. Tau fruit's fine. I'll take more. Blow goop. Thank you very much. No, I really should start setting goals before I stream if I get back into streaming regularly again. I don't really have a plan to get back into doing it regularly, but again, my wife's still at work today. She had her museum decided to do some sort of an event thing. And her parents were coming, so she's like staying for at least as long as they stay. So I don't know when she'll be back, but I figured it'd be fun to just stream since I don't have anything else to do at the moment, and I've been out in the living room and whatever for a long time. Just hanging out with the dog, so. But we did get a good bit done in the stream. Not saying that I'm ending it. And stream part 1 was super short, thanks to having to go run that errand for my wife. Not blaming my wife. She needed the caffeine for sure, but. I can't wait until we get into building gadgets so that I can replace Engadget, like the entire mine shaft and the entire cart tunnel, so that I can make it look good. All right, we're gonna clean my backpack up a little bit because it's got junk, so much junk. I don't think the Tau fruit needs to stay with me at all times. I don't even need soul snares anymore. I don't need these 2 anymore. They can go away as well. They can actually just... Can't break them down yet because I don't have one of these yet. I should make one. But I don't wanna, so whatever. I don't need that. I don't need these. Oh yeah, I can redeem these now because I can just store them for later. Now that I actually have the Tome of Parisha. Already at level 90. That's wild. I do... God, I love that breakdown where it just goes whoa, whoa. So good. Let me think. Equipment-y things can go there. Extra bucket. I don't really need the fire protection book, but every now and then I find a recipe that needs an enchanted book. Tau fruit really should go with the modded. I know, like, I'm trying to keep my modded things separate a little bit better this time around. The imbued slates can live with me. That's fine. And I don't need this iron. And then the sugar lives in the kitchen with all the other sugar. I don't think we're going to need the sacrificial knife ever again. Honestly. So I'm going to put these things away as well. Don't know that I'm going to need much of this. I also am not going to need this many saddles. Get the shears out. Start breaking these down a little bit. All right. Don't need the torches. They can go in my inventory. These can go in here. That makes 2 perfect ingots, so I'm just going to do it because it's easy and it consolidates. All right, this guy needs to be enchanted, like, super bad. So let's do that with the Soul Enchanter, because easy peasy. Sharpness and Sweeping Edge and Unbreaking and Looting are, like, the ones that I really need. I don't want any of those things. I didn't want Fire Aspect. Crap. Oh well, it's fine. This isn't a critical sword. I could also disenchant it, but Sharpness 5 and Breaking, Looting, Sweeping Edge. That'll get me plenty of the stuff. All right, so now I need to clean up. I actually did need that recipe. Hang on. I need to clean up some of this. Imbued slates are not going to be a problem for us. We already have imbued slate. I just need 2 blocks of gold and 2 diamonds to get 2 of the common Tartaric gems. And then for there, we need the lesser Tartaric gems, which are going to require 2 essences of death. I only have the 1. So let's make another one real quick. I need to get rid of you as well, and you. So let's see. Essence of death is going to be heart, flesh, 2 bone meal. And then the 2 bone meal have stirs. Okay. Did I refill my cauldron? I did. I actually think I'm going to need to do that again. Well, time to break another campfire with... I don't know. I'm curious to see if fortune affects this. Usually it's only 2 charcoal. Still only 2 charcoal. I was curious. No, wait. Yeah, it is 2. What am I doing? Okay, cool. With that out of the way, we have 2 of these for you. I also need... This is not actually that bad at all. So we've got 2 for you. We need 2 gas tiers. Which is admittedly the part that does suck. We need 2 diamonds. Need 2 of you. And we need 2 coal. And actually, that's each recipe needs 2, so I actually need 4. I need to not. Hang on. I need to not do it this way. This stuff can just go in here for now. And then what it is... I always like to set things up in a pattern because I am very error prone when it comes to these. Right, so it is, yep. Yep. Okay. I messed that up. Crap. Well, I didn't get to the diamond part, so whatever. I forgot to stir. I did lose a gas tier, which is unfortunate, but that's on me. That's on me. I was on autopilot. Okay. Now that can go away. And then this next recipe is pretty much no stress. I'm going to put it at the top of the list, so, because I'm tired of seeing these other 2 recipes in my way. All the time. Ugh. So we need 4 redstone, 4 lapis, 2 and 8. So it is 2 and 2. Two stirs after this. Oh, that was really quick. Okay, I counted it. I have directly worked on this mod because it is very difficult to do these recipes if you are not fast of hand, which shouldn't have to be you if you just want to play a mod. Okay, now we're done. So let's see, we need to do our upgrades, and we'll be good to go. Cool. And I realize fire aspect is at least going to get us, while it does suck, it's at least going to get us ash. And we'll need plenty of ash to make steel once we get to that part. So I think I'm going to call it once we get to the common Tartaric gem. Because that's, as you've seen, not very easy to get to. Just not hard, just takes time. Everything in this pack is designed to involve as many mods together as possible where it makes sense, and then just take some time to do. I've been playing E2E lately, and not a lot, but some. And it gives, I've noticed, and I hadn't played E2E before, it gives very similar vibes of how recipes are attached sometimes, and mods can be conjoined in small but meaningful ways that make a mod that you probably wouldn't use if you could avoid it, one that you have no choice to use for at least a little bit. Did I really think I was going to make a thermionic fabricator? No, but here I am. I made one. It is what it is. All right, and then we'll put these here. We'll spawn in some skellies and get everything tiered up the way it needs to be, because the recipe to the next tier to common uses 50 and needs 240. I don't think that's going to be enough mobs, but I'm curious. Impatient, I think, is really the word, but whatever. No, that definitely was enough. Let's go. Does seem like I don't get ash from that, though. Is it because they're skeletons? Might be. Oh, it drains. You don't have to put this here. You can self-upgrade now. I'd never needed to anymore. Man, who was going to tell me? Is it because you don't die from burning? I'm curious now. Well, now I can't find out. No, you dropped ash. Maybe sweeping edge is what's doing it. All right. It's a little short of 3 hours, so I'm going to spend 5 minutes spawning these and trying to fill these common hardware gems up, because why not? So, this is something, Pip Pip, this is something that my choice in design is very unusual for this. I think it's unusual. I like integration between mods a lot. I like it when I see it in other mod packs. I like it when I make it. It makes me feel good when I see an item from another mod in a recipe in some third mod or second mod that makes me think, yeah, that makes sense. I would expect that to be in here. I would expect a shadow gem and a lesser soul gem to go into something that basically stores the souls of these things that you're killing, their will, you know? But one thing that I do a lot and is done here is doing something like this as a gate. And then once you get through that gate, once you get through that push, there's this aha moment of, oh, look at how this has unlocked a much easier craft that is all contained within the mod that I was working to get into. So yes, they are cross-integrated, but they don't have to be for the rest of your playthrough. And I like that. So I pulled up steel because steel is my best example, my first example that I can think of in this pack. Nobody in their right mind wants their only way to produce steel to be by melting iron in using embers, mind you, because there's no tinkers, using embers to melt iron to then PNC or a thermopneumatic processing plant it with ashes, which you only get from a number of things, to get one nugget. One nugget, which you'll need 9 of. That sounds like pain, because it is pain. The aha moment to this is once you have done that a tiny, tiny bit. Sorry, I'm trying to find the recipe. You can now make an engineer's hammer, and this tooltip of you lack the knowledge to use this goes away. You suddenly are enlightened on how you could use this to make things. And then, within seconds, Poke Brick already has a pretty solid recipe. This recipe also sucks. This recipe sucks less. This recipe sucks pretty bad. But these recipes eventually get easier as you go. You don't have to do this recipe for long. You can get into this recipe or even an automated recipe. So having to do these complicated processes for a little bit, but then eventually having that release of no longer having to do it anymore makes it life-changing, in my opinion, as far as playability goes and enjoyability goes. So that's what I always strive for, and that's why my packs take 6 to 8 months to build once I even have the idea going, because that took no time at all, holy crap. I am very dedicated to the cause of making sure that it's built out to be very integrated. What's in the backpack? Sure, I'll take it. So I don't know. Things that my design philosophy for packs is something else. And yeah, that process is automatable, but so can steel production, because eventually you get to the point where steel ingots can be made as a whole. It also gets easier as you get into... I thought there was a mechanism way of doing it. Maybe I did just leave it. No, yeah, there's the mechanism way of doing it. Of doing carbon and enriched iron. That's another thing. I think doing coal dust here actually makes less sense. I make you go out of your way to do the enrichment chamber, but then there's all these little integrations. Like, you don't normally see coal coke going for 2, but coal coke smelts for twice as much. And ash doesn't give you anything, but it can. It's also carbon. Carbon is carbon. So, I don't know. I'm really a fan of integrations like this. I also don't know why the Turfing's recipe output when you blow it up gives you ash, but it's kind of funny. I've added a bunch of recipes here so that if you have a tool that you no longer can use, you can blow it up using Pneumatic Craft's explosion recipe to get back its repair material. But only one, and only at a 50% chance. That way, if it's something that was like just a shovel, you still don't always get it. And to that end, a lot of my recipes are integrated. So again, iron, compressed iron, is made. This is misleading. It's not made through explosion crafting. It's made in a pressure chamber. Yeah, exactly. And to make a pressure chamber, you of course need compressed iron. So your only other option is to literally smush it with high amounts of heat with TNT and a block of iron to essentially hyper-compress it. It's kind of my hydraulically compress it to the point of kaplow. It was my thinking, but also was the way that I wanted to integrate it into the pack so that you have to do more of create than some people ever even plan on doing. Meanwhile, I think automating this process from end to end is fun as all get out. So I don't know. My design philosophies are weird, and I know they're not for everyone. There's a reason this mod pack isn't majorly famous. It's because it's not everyone's jam. It's apparently not... It's apparently no more than... Hang on. 441 people's jams. But my mod packs never do that well, and I don't really care. I made this mostly for me, and because it was great content to show off making this pack as I did. And I've greatly enjoyed this pack, and I've gotten back into updating this pack and maintaining it a little bit more, bit by bit, and I'm enjoying it even more. So, I don't know. Just things that are fun, things that I think about. This pack also has a lot of other really strange things that are unique to it. I don't care for... How do I phrase this? Mending is great. Mending is fun. In vanilla, it solves a lot of problems. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks to this pack, I now have a new appreciation for mending. Because this pack completely removes mending. If you manage to get mending on a book or on an item, it will strip that enchantment off of the item. But because of other mods with mix-ins, the trade has been removed. The item does not, like, the enchantment is out of the registry. So, like, mending does not show up anywhere. If I looked at the uses for a tool, it'll show me all the books I can put on it. Mending is not one of them. It does not show up anymore. I think it's mostly because they overrode the compatibility metric for it and said, like, there's enchantments have a method where you can say can apply, like, what can this apply to? And nowadays they mostly use tags. But I think what they probably did is used a mix-in to say nothing. Return false for everything. No matter what the input is, it cannot go on there. So mending is gone. How do you repair your tools? With an anvil. It's super cheap because of a easy anvils mod. And then how do I repair my expensive tools? Expensive tools have a special set, either things that, like, you can't craft Neptunian boots from the Aether. So, special tools can be repaired in here that don't have an otherwise easily obtainable or at all obtainable counterpart to repair them with in an anvil. Netherite, for example. I would not make you make netherite ingots to repair your netherite leggings, and I don't think I would do it with gold either. So repairing recipes instead. It just takes time and not much else. Very distinct. Again, the Valkyrian stuff that I'm using here does not have a recipe. This stuff does, but this is essentially Aether netherite. And so rather than making you use Aether netherite, you can just repair it. So, I don't know. Design philosophies are fun, and as I play more games and as I develop my own games for work with other people and talk about their design philosophies and think more about Minecraft's design, I think about all the things that could use some help. And so, like, I am a strong proponent that creative flight is bad. Waystones... Waystones are... There's a reason I'm using a minecart to go over here. Waystones are inversely costed. The configuration option already existed, thank God. So the closer two waystones are together, the more expensive it gets. Up to, I think, 60 levels or 30 levels. I don't remember what the maximum is that I set. So waystones are really for, holy crap, that's far. So, like, my desert location is 4,000 blocks away. That's why they only require 4 blocks. This one's only 500 blocks away, and it's 7 levels. I said 4 blocks, not 4 levels. And then cross dimension has a fixed cost. Anyways, I've been yapping for an extra 6 minutes, so I think I'm gonna go. I will chat with you guys sometime. I don't know when I'm gonna stream next, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am gonna play this pack without you, because that's what I did before, and that's what I'll continue to do. It's no offense to y'all. I've been enjoying living life, and I'm not going to stop doing something I enjoy doing just because I don't want to share it with the world. So, sorry that that's kind of been the change in my dynamic, but it is what it is. Content production doesn't pay, so why should I give up some of the freedoms of just kind of doing what sits right with me at the moment. So, I will see you guys whenever. And again, I appreciate you guys for joining.